Let me take you back to the end of summer 2018. I was 20 years old and I was about to start my mechanical engineering degree in Tarragona University. This is a city very near to the town where I grew up in and about 1 hour south from Barcelona. But before diving into the real academia stuff, I would like to take you back a little bit further. For the past 4 years before then, so 2014 to 2018, I had been living in the UK where I did my A-levels the 2 years before university, and then I ended up deciding to work for 2 years on just whatever job there could be. I wasn't really keen on the idea of depending on a student loan or making my parents do acrobatics with their finances just to afford my university. I didn't really come from a very wealthy background, and I mean, bear in mind, my parents emigrated from Argentina when I was 3 into Spain, and they eventually got divorced by the time I was like 8 or 9, and all they have ever known is just hard work and just make the boat float somehow. So during this 2 year period where I didn't study, I worked in hospitality as a bartender in several establishments, and later on I ended up being a cocktail mixer or a mixologist for a very expensive private club. I worked in logistics, picking just medicines and pharmaceuticals in a huge DHL warehouse. I even attempted to build a brick and mortar business with my dad, where we would lay out some fancy gym floors that could integrate some pressure sensors and shit. But that's just a story for another day. Truth is, I needed room to expand, to figure things out before I was going to chain down into textbooks and lecture halls, and just uni seemed like the end or the start of a new era. And truth be told, I wasn't ready to just clock into that new stage yet, you know? Now, let's zoom back ahead 5 years and a half later. Here's me. I finished my mechanical engineering degree, and I'm ready to tell you exactly what all this ride has taught me and exactly how it feels to be 8 months into landing that dream job that I landed myself in Germany. Oh, and by the way, my name is Alejo. You can chop it down to Ale if it just makes it simple for you. And in this video, I will be dishing out exactly my thoughts on whether the whole university promise lives up to the hype that we are told, and especially in those big money careers like mechanical engineering. Stick around to find out exactly how it feels after you've ticked all the boxes, you've gone all through all the gates that they've put you, and a few nuggets of wisdom I've collected along the way. So if you're ready, let's dive in. If you're in that sweet spot between 16 and 18, on the edge of the educational journey, and you are weighing upon the question of whether to go to university or not, I really think this video will be a game changer for you, because I'm about to lay down some truths you probably haven't heard before. This comes straight from the trenches. Bear in mind, I went through a very long and tedious degree, all because I bought into the idea that a high-paying career was my golden ticket to just solve my financial problems and conform to the family standards that I probably put on myself. If I had stumbled upon a video like this back in the day when uni was like the big decision to make at the time, and it was really creeping up on me, maybe I'd hit the brakes and think about it twice. On the other side, you might already be in university, already enrolled into whatever career you might be in, or even pursuing one of these so-called high-paying careers. Or perhaps you've even crossed the finish line and earned that diploma just the same as me, and you already have your opinion into these topics. Regardless, I think there will be some source in this video for you. Oh, and before you bounce, if you're looking for a blueprint on how to ace this game of life and set up your objectives, I made a really good video on this channel, just my previous video. So make sure you check it out after you finish this one. So let's dive straight into the spicy meatball of this video. Is really university worth it? Well, I would say hold on to your hat, because like everything else in this life, it's not a straight answer. The answer isn't as simple as a yes or no. It really boils down to what you're chasing after, I would say. I like to break this down into three groups of people. First, you've got the die-hard dreamers that have really their heart set on stone, on those classic regulated professions since they were little. I'm thinking vets, I'm thinking doctors, I'm thinking lawyers, I'm thinking teachers, all of these professions, you name them. If really that's your jam, then go ahead, dive straight into uni and go for that career that is tailored to your dream job and knock it out of the park. I can't say anything. But this also applies to professions that are like trades. So I'm talking mechanics, I'm talking hairdressers, I'm talking barbers. If you really found your calling and you really have it clear what you want to do for the rest of your life, then I would say embrace it with all you've got. Trust me, I would say most people would be low-key jealous of your clarity and how you really got it set in your mind. But on another side, the other two groups, if you're scratching your head, lost in a sea of uncertainty, with grades that barely raise an eyebrow, just listen up 2 seconds. It's time to hit pause on the whole chaos that your life is right now and dive really deep into your own psyche. What I mean is, do something as simple as setting 1 hour aside daily. No distractions. Just you, a pen, and some paper. Just stare at that wall. Stare at a wall and write down all the thoughts that come through your mind. Whether they're relevant or not, write them down. Get to know yourself really good. Trust me, in this silence that you will create, you'll discover a lot more about yourself than you ever thought possible. I might actually do another video just on this because I really think it's important. Just give yourself time to understand your own brain, what you're interested in, what makes you angry, what makes you excited, what you think about when nothing else is there, when nothing is distracting you. Maybe and just maybe you might find a couple clues on what you really want to do with life. Now, on to the third group. I would say this is kind of my crew. This is the position I was in before starting university. These are the people who cruised through primary and secondary school. You kind of know what you want to do, but you're still shackled by expectations, whether this would be from parents, society, or even your own perception of reality. This was very much the case for me. If that's you, then please listen closely. It's really time to break free from all you know and really start diving headfirst into the unknown. I would really encourage you to make a step to spend a year or maybe 2 living somewhere else, somewhere entirely new, whether this is across your country or even across the globe. Just Try to immerse yourself into a different culture, into a different reality. Trust me, the life lessons that you will get from an adventure like this are worth the weight in gold. I mean, my whole UK journey was a big game changer for me. It was a whole episode where I went through huge character development, and it was like growing on steroids. It was incredible. After you do go through your soul searching journey, if you're still dead set or very sure that you want to go into university, by all means, please go for it. Please go for it. But if you're anything like me, and if you're here still watching this video, I'm pretty sure you are, just listen up. If throughout your traveling, working, or in general living, you have found something that really sparks something inside you, please make sure you pursue it. Otherwise, that spark will keep going off and misfiring inside of you. No matter what you do, it just stays with you as a reminder of the person you once dreamt of being. My suggestion here would be, if you have been working for a couple of years or a year, just stack up some cash in whatever shitty job you have landed yourself in and start the journey of self-education rather than externalizing your education into university or whatever other thing. Find courses, find YouTube videos, find anything that will nourish and grow your curiosities and ignite that inner flame that you're feeling. After all this time, I came to understand that university is not the safest way to success, even if that's what you've been led to believe all your life. The safest way to succeed is actually to put time into your deepest interests. Through self-discovery, through self-education, you will achieve so much more than just burying yourself into books, equations, classrooms, and being somewhere you don't want to be. Learn about what you want to learn about. Make yourself valuable and make a business out of it. That will teach you so much more than university. You will never really feel any real sense of fulfillment, even after you finish your degree anyway, if that's not something that you wanted to do from a very deep place. If you're just conforming to what your parents wanted you to do, or if you're just doing it for the safe promise of a job, there will be tons of jobs available, man. You will be left feeling like you spend a ton of money, a ton of time, and just the precious years developing a skill that generates no spark inside of you, and you will probably eventually resent from it. All I really wish for is that at least a few of you guys break the cycle of the several generations following a blind guide that was set ages ago, just swallowed by the university dream, and instead forge your own path of self-actualization. With this said, whether you're right at the edge of the university decision or navigating your post-school plans, I would really like to know what you think about this. Do you share the same skepticism for the university promise? Have you got any big ideas brewing inside of your head for your life after graduation or before uni? Or maybe there's a burning question keeping you at night. Then in that case, I would love to lend you to help you with it. Just consider this moment as an invitation to go ahead and ask or say anything that you think about this topic down here in the comments so we can have a conversation about it. I remember grappling with these very same questions back in the day, and I would have loved a space where they would be open to answer them. So here you are. Oh, and while you're at it, just show some love to the channel. It would really mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button, if you hit that like, and you help me spread this message of comprehension and letting other people know that might be in the same situation as you, that they're not alone, that they have somewhere that they can talk. All I'm trying to help you understand today is that you really do have a ton of options ahead of you, and it's honestly entirely up to you whether those options turn into a burden or into growth opportunities. Remember that you should be thinking of several things when pondering with the idea of going to university or not. Do you have a passion for a profession that requires a degree? Have you taken the time to get to know yourself, your values, or even your core desires? Have you considered going abroad first or outside of your comfort zone, geographically speaking? Have you dabbled into self education in whatever topic that you're interested in? Going to university is one of the first decisions you will make as a young adult, and it really shouldn't be taken lightly since it can shape your future in a great manner. Last but not least, thank you for tuning in to the channel today. It really means the world to me. Remember that if you're ever unsure about any of the topics I talk in these videos, if you would like some help in the whole self-improvement area, or even if you simply want to have a chat, you're more than welcome to leave me a comment down below, start a conversation, leave me your Discord handle or whatever social media you use, and start a conversation, hop on a call, see what we can do, no problem. You can also follow me on Instagram on Threads with the same handle as the name of the channel. That's a.blvs, ablers, or just go to the links in the description. It will be there. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. And you didn't, make sure you like and subscribe as well. And just in case no one has told you today, remember, I live believes you can do it. See you in the next one.